y'all, and welcome to today's video. It is 6 a.m. and I need to get ready for my day. We are going to be getting ready together. I have some products I want to test out, some things I'm in the process of reviewing, some older products. It's going to be kind of a mix match of like old and new today. And we're going to be doing this tag that was created by the beautiful Mel Thompson. She came up with some amazing questions. I'm pretty sure I did this video when it was first around, but I've seen a lot of people answering Mel's questions again, and I think that's what we're gonna do today. We're just gonna talk, we're gonna get ready together, and if you're new here, I wanna say, hey, my name is Heather, and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. I do upload lots of new videos every single week, so I hope that you will subscribe before you leave today, but I need to get ready. I have lots of things to do today, so let's jump into it. Getting started, I'm gonna prime my face with this Tarte Glowlight Skin Filter. This is in the shade Radiant, and Tarte has said that you can use this basically like the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wand. Like you can use it as a primer, you can use it on its own, you can use it as like a liquid highlighter, whatever you want to do. So I've used it a couple of times in different ways, and I really want to use it as like a glowy primer. And I am gonna have Mel Thompson's video linked down below. Definitely check her video out. Mel passed away not too long ago, and she just really makes great videos. I think you should definitely watch her video. She came up with some really great questions, so that's what we're going to answer today. I really wanted to do this video again in January. I think it's really fun. Okay, so before we get into the questions, I have been testing and trying this Makeup by Mario SurrealSkin foundation, and I just can't get it to wear super long on me. So what I want to do today is mix this with a foundation that is a little more, well, is more matte. This Too Faced Born This Way matte is a skin-like foundation on me. It's a holy grail. I love this foundation. It's a 24-hour wear foundation, so I thought maybe I could mix these two together, and I could see if I could maybe get some of the glow that I like from the Makeup by Mario with some of the more long wear that I love about my Too Faced. So I'm gonna put these on, and then for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea concealer. I have mine in 36N. Okay, so I just want to tell you what I was gonna be using before I started talking, so I don't forget. But I'm just mixing this up on my little mixing tray. I'm gonna spin it together, and let me look at our first question. Okay, question number 1 says, something you do regularly in your makeup routine that you will try to stop. Hold on, let me take these out. Why did I put these in before I did my makeup? Okay, let me take these out. So something I do regularly in my makeup routine. So this one I thought of, and I actually have been thinking, Heather, I really need to stop that. And maybe this isn't like in my makeup routine, but what I really have got to stop doing is multiple eye looks on the same eye in a day. And that's probably more of a problem for me, because not just when I'm filming, but even when I'm not filming, sometimes like if I'm testing and reviewing palettes or singles or whatever, I will kind of like come up here, no makeup on, do an eye look, see how shadows blend, see how they perform, maybe work with different eye bases, and then I'll kind of wipe it off and I'll try it a different way. And I just can't do that anymore. My eyelids are begging me to stop. They really are. A couple of times last year, my eyes got really irritated. And I think my time for just really like doing eye makeup, wiping it away, doing eye makeup, wiping it away is probably come and gone. And I hope y'all aren't too sad about that. That just means like it may take me a little longer on some things because I need to spread things out. I have to be kind for my eyelids. Like I said, there were a couple of days last year that I like wasn't able to put makeup on because I had, you know, just wiped up my eye too much. And I am gentle. I mean, I'm talking about like oil-based makeup removers and things like that. But I just love playing with makeup so much that I love creating so many eye looks. And I'm not saying I won't ever do that this year, but I don't need to do it as much. I need to be much more selective and kind to my skin. Okay, I'm going to put on my concealer and we're going to look at the next question, which is a brand that you will try for the first time. Now, this one, I'm going to kind of modify the question a little bit and say that it's not a brand that I want to try for the first time, but it's more so a brand that I want to give another chance to. So, L'Oreal. L'Oreal is the brand. I bought their bronzer, their matte bronzer. We'll use it today. How about that? We'll use that bronzer today. And it was in my yearly favorites last year. It was so beautiful. It was so nice. And years ago, I want to say probably 5-6 years ago, I loved L'Oreal foundations. When they came out with the L'Oreal Pro Matte foundation, that was my foundation. I was wearing it all the time. And then something changed with my skin. I'm saying me because I don't think the foundation changed. And I started to get these really deep under the skin breakouts. And I couldn't figure out what it was. So I took a break from the L'Oreal foundation and those breakouts went away. And I was like, no, surely not. So I started using it again and they came back. And I'm like, okay, there's some type of ingredient in the Pro Matte foundation that is not jiving with my skin. So I stopped using it. And I had tried different L'Oreal foundations after that. And they would always break me out. So it must have been some ingredient that was in there that my skin was just like, we're not doing this anymore, Heather. We're not doing this anymore. And I know that they have been reformulating some of their products. And I want to test them. I want to try them again. I want to give them another chance. I've heard great things. And with the reformulation, I think I'm just going to buy one L'Oreal foundation. Maybe give myself a long time to test it out to make sure I don't have any weird reaction, something like that. So that's kind of on my list because I like that bronzer so incredibly much. I'm like, let me try these new reformulated L'Oreal products. Doesn't that concealer look so nice? Like it's definitely kind of like hydrating on me, really pretty. I'm gonna put on just a tiny bit more right here, and let's put on our kind of cream Tarte bronzer. Lots of Tarte today. I'm telling y'all, they're really doing something with these new products. And I know this looks crazy. I've applied this in several videos now and I just love it so much. Okay, so I'm just going to tap that cream bronzer in. Let me show you how good it looks, because this product is so nice. It's so sheer and beautiful and I really enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to do the other side of my face with this bronzer. I'm going to set my face with powder really quickly and then I'll come back so we can answer the rest of these questions. But I'm just going to set everything down real fast. Oh, I just love that cream bronzer. It's so good. Okay, so I'm just pressing in my one size powder. And the next question is a brand you will let go in 2020. Okay, so I'm going to buff in my skin with my Tarte Amazonian Clay Blurring Powder Foundation. I told y'all, lots of Tarte. But a brand you will let go in 2020. That one is kind of hard because I don't know that there's any brand that I'm like, I'm not buying from you anymore. I mean, there are brands that I don't talk about here on my channel. We don't talk about them in Judging New Makeup. I don't buy from them. Sometimes I feel like there are brands that I feel like silence speaks louder than words, and I just don't want to support them in any way, shape, or form. Don't want to ever talk about them on my channel. Just kind of pretend they don't exist, you know? And I already do that. I don't know that there's any brand that I'm like, that I have been featuring that I'm like, no, I'm never going to feature them again. A brand you will let go in 2020. Oh, this says 2020. That tells you how long ago these questions were. A brand you'll let go in 2023. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm always like looking at beauty stuff, right? Like I'm always looking at new things, trying to keep up with what's going on in the community. You know, we just had Morphe announced that it's closing all their brick and mortar stores. We've seen different brands like BH and Forma brands and Revlon like filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and all these different kinds of things. So I'm always looking at, okay, what's going on in the community? And I'll definitely like take a pause from brands if there's something that I'm like, you know, I need to see what's going on. But I also like to see brands and people change. So I feel like if a brand is going to change something that they do wrong, I want to see that change, and you know, I'm open to giving other people a chance depending. I think we all kind of have to make those decisions for ourselves. But if I'm just thinking like a brand you'll let go, I don't know, that's kind of a difficult one. I'm just gonna do my brows on camera. Haven't done that in a while, I guess. So this is just, speaking of Morphe, this is, I just love this. It's under $10 and it's so good. This is the Micro Brow Pencil, and I have Chocolate Mousse. I'm like, I don't even have to check for that. I've repurchased this so many times. It's hard for me to talk when I do my brows because I have to get so up close. But I'm kind of out of my brow pens. I need to get another one. They all kind of dried up. Usually I like to take like a pen and kind of feather in the front of my brow, but I don't have one, so we're just gonna make do with what we have. For me, the main thing is like I never just draw a line. Like even this underneath, you can see it's made up of a bunch of different strokes. I won't spend too long on this because I know I have done this in several get ready with me's over the past few months. But yeah, just light strokes for my brows, and then I set them all in place with my Patrick Ta whatever major dimension brow lamination type thing. I take it like this because all this brow hair out here is white, clear blonde. So I want to grab any of the hair I have and I want to brush it up into place. This is my favorite brow product. There are other brow gels that I like, that are great, that are awesome, but this one is in a league of its own. Okay, so that's it. Basic, easy, quick, nothing special. Let me fill in the other brow and then we'll answer some more questions. We have 6 more questions. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to use on my cheeks so that we can just answer these questions as we go. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Bronzer. I'm going to use the Glowlight Strawberry Shortcake Blush. Love that blush so much. And I want to use this Natasha Denona Pastel Pixie Glow Highlighter some more because, like, look, when you look in the pan, and we talked about, like, there's different colors in the pan. Pink, green, this like goldie shade. The way Natasha Denona described it, it is not the way she described it. It's just one shade and it's just like this gold. There's no shift, there's no multi-chrome, nothing like that. It is very pretty though for what it is. It's just not like shifty or anything. But anyways, I want to use that again. So let me grab some brushes. Okay, so Number 4 is, what makeup technique would you like to learn and try once? So I tried tons of makeup techniques. I definitely have more of a style of makeup that I like to do. So I was trying to think of like, what technique would I like to learn? And I don't know that's necessarily a technique, because like I said, I try different things all the time, and of course I'm gonna stick with the things that I like. I think it's fun to try different techniques and things like that, but also to learn like, what do you like to do? But something that I really want to keep working on is just like perfecting my skin. I want to keep testing and trying new things, different things that like work for me, different, you know, like, and when I say skin, I'm just talking about like the whole primer, foundation, concealer, bronzer, all of that. So that's not really a technique, but I just want to always keep improving, and really just, I'm always seeking that perfect, flawless base, you know? So I'm gonna keep striving this year, focusing on skin. And of course, I'm always open to learning new things. Another question is a product that you will leave in 2022. So it's not coming with me to 2023. And I did a whole video on the worst products that I tried. Like, there were some bad products that I tried last year, and I've already gotten rid of most of those. So I would definitely say go watch my worst of the year if you want to like see some specific things. But something that I know about myself is I like matte foundations or natural finish foundations. And, you know, I like things that are long wear. I can't say I'm completely leaving in 2023 because I'm still reviewing these, and these are both described as like radiant glowy. The Juvia's Place Radiant Skin, the Makeup by Mario SurrealSkin. They're both described as long wear, but I may be leaving radiant type foundations behind, because I do find that I can add a glowy primer like that Tarte primer and a matte foundation, and then I can add in the glow how I want. I know that about myself. So I think I need to chill on all these radiant foundations. Listen, don't hold me to it. If something launches that I really want to try, of course I'm going to buy it, but I am going to maybe try to be a little realistic with myself and say, what do I actually reach for? And that's usually my medium coverage, either matte foundation or skin-like foundations. Like Pat McGrath, that foundation I love, and I don't remember if that's described as matte. I think it's very skin-like, and I love that. But I don't reach for a lot of my super glowy foundations because I do have oily skin. And I need to wear my makeup all day. Not everybody does that. I was actually reading a review on Ulta. I was looking at, I forget what foundation it was, but I was reading the reviews on Ulta, and somebody was like, I love this foundation. It held up on me for 6 hours. It was so perfect. And I'm like, 6 hours gets me to lunch, okay? Like, that gets me to lunch. This is not for me. I know not everybody, like, wears their makeup for a long time, but I mean, if you're working a job outside of your home, you need your makeup to last. You know what I mean? Like, I always talk about testing things when I used to work 12-hour night shifts, and even though I'm not working that long of a shift anymore, like today, I told y'all, I mean, now it's almost 7, but I started at 6, and I need this to last until I get ready to take it off tonight. Probably not until around 10 p.m., you know? So this is super pretty. You see what I'm talking about? Like, it's real beautiful on the skin. It's just not, it's not gonna be that shifty, colorful highlighter that maybe we thought, and I didn't expect. Anyway, yeah, go watch my video if you want to see this. I'm just gonna highlight here, and then I'll zoom y'all in, and we are going to create an eye look together. I just need to prime my eyes, zoom y'all in, and we do have more questions to answer. All these face brushes were Sigma. Let me say them or I'll forget them. The F12 for bronzer, the F10 for blush, and the E61 for highlight. Now, the brush that I buffed in that Tarte powder with was an Unearthly Cosmetics brush. Okay, let me put on eye primer and we're gonna do eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm just blending in my Sigma eye primer in the shade Ignite. Now, I asked, well, for me, it was last night over on Instagram because I just wasn't sure what palette I want to use today. So I asked over on Instagram what I should use, and the majority of people were asking me to play with the new Odin's Eye singles some more. So we're going to play with those, and then I'm going to use mattes from my ADEPT palette because I think I want to go with something green today. So I'm going to use my collaboration palette with ADEPT because it's my favorite. And I'm just going to use it for the mattes, and we'll use the Odin's Eye singles. Okay, I'm going to be using my Sigma Favorites brush set, of course, and I'm going to go in to Mythology and Magnolia. Those are the two shades that I'm going to be using from my palette. And the next question says, a product that you will give a second chance to, and I actually have a specific product in mind. I want to try this Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Coverage. See, is this a CC cream? I don't know. I bought this last year during like one of the sales Ulta had. I don't think it was actually on Black Friday. I think it was, or maybe it was sometime when Ulta was doing one of their sales, and they had that for like 50% off, and I picked it up and I love the way it looked. I think it's so beautiful on the skin, but I could always feel it on my skin. It always just felt a little heavy. And for the most part, when I'm wearing makeup, I don't feel the makeup on my skin. Like, I know people talk about like, oh, you know, I don't like heavy makeup. I don't like the way it feels. I don't either. The products I use, like, I just don't feel. But that one, it just felt heavy on the skin. But I love the way it looked. So I want to try it. I want to try to maybe change up my techniques more. And I normally try things with different primers, different powders, different techniques to try to get something to work for me. And I couldn't at the time find the perfect way for me to wear that. But again, it looked so pretty. It looked so pretty on the skin. And I know so many people love it. So I have pulled that out of my collection, and I'm determined to use it more. After I get done reviewing this Mario foundation, this Juvia's Place foundation, I have that up to use more and more because I really want to make it work for me. And then if I can't make it work for me after this next shot, then, you know, I'll have to just get rid of it and get it out of my collection, but I want to give it another shot. Okay, number 7 says a resolution for your YouTube channel. And I have mentioned this before, but I want to try vlogging more. Not that I think my life is super interesting at all, but last year in 2022, I did vlog a couple of the trips that I went on. and I kind of enjoyed it. I think it was fun. You know, a lot of people didn't seem interested in it, and that's okay, you know, but the ones of y'all who were and who did watch my vlogs, y'all seem to enjoy them. The camera that I was vlogging on, because the camera that I film on, it's always linked in my Amazon link, and like, it's not moving. It's not a vlog camera. Like, it is here to stay. It's perfectly set up to show the makeup true to how it is, so that when I'm reviewing stuff, y'all see it, you know, like, it's not altered in any way. What you see in my makeup videos is what you see in real life. But the camera I was vlogging on was small, but still bigger than is ideal for vlogging, and it was very old. And by very old, I want to say maybe 2015 or 2016. And that is older in terms of tech, right? But it had just, I mean, I never bought it to like use for YouTube. And it was a little bigger than I would like to carry around. And it was getting to where it was just going to die on me any day. It was going to die on me any day. It was getting to where, like, I had to turn it on and maybe it didn't turn on. And then I had to, like, turn it off and let it rest. And then I tried to turn it back on. And then, you know, so it was just, like, it was time for an upgrade. So I actually did buy a new vlogging camera. So that should make it easier for me to vlog and just bring maybe some different types of content, continue to take y'all on different trips with me and stuff like that, because my favorite thing in the world is travel. That's my favorite thing in the world to do. So I want to bring y'all on trips with me. I have a few things already planned, booked for this year. So yeah, that's something that I want to do for my channel. Don't worry, this isn't going to change to a vlogging channel. Nothing like that. I just kind of wanted to improve there and just keep doing kind of like I did last year, you know, maybe a few more vlogs, maybe one a month, something like that. And then I thought too, maybe like I could do some extra vlogs for my channel members, something like that, just as an extra perk. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I've got all my Odin's Eye multi-chromes, shimmer shadows, all their singles. I actually ordered myself 2 more of these because I want to fit them all in there. Actually, let me move this here. And we're going to play with these singles. And, well, here. Let me see which one we'll start with. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one, this kind of mossy green color. This is S028 Gabriel. Okay, so this question is, do you have any skincare resolutions? And I've been pretty consistent with my skincare. I really don't miss a day or a night of skincare. I enjoy doing my skincare. Like, it's relaxing to me. I feel like I'm doing something for myself when I wash my face at night and put my skincare on. You know, I'm like, okay, this is a little bit of me time, just like my makeup time. So I want to keep being consistent with my skincare, but I will say I'm probably going to buy less skincare, and not saying like buy less of what I use now. I mean, like, try less new things unless it's from a brand I love and it's like something that I really think I'm gonna enjoy. Because I have noticed, not necessarily with like serums and things like that, but with different types of like treatments or masks, I may get some to try and then I just end up going back to what I know works. So there are certain brands like Glow Recipe, Peter Thomas Roth, that I know I love. I love a lot of the masks that I've tried from Youth to the People. I've really enjoyed the things I've had from them. If they launch something, or Ulla Henriksen, I'm going to be interested. I'm going to be interested in that, because those are brands that have already shown me that they make skincare that my skin enjoys, at least. Things that I think are really quality and worth the money. And I need to really pay attention to see if, like, okay, if the marketing comes out, a product's new, I'm like, oh, I think I would like that. Maybe I really, really look at the ingredient list, really consider if it's something that I can see really incorporating into, maybe not my daily routine, but even like my weekly routine. And maybe just be a little more critical of that. I don't want to like slow down like my makeup purchases. I definitely don't think for me and what I use, I go overboard. But with skincare, sometimes I do end up buying masks and treatments that I don't end up getting my money's worth. Although I will say, I would like to maybe test a few more drugstore priced skincare things, but I want to do that very selectively, because like I said, I just hate to play with my skincare routine too much, but I am always up to trying like a less expensive alternative, you know? Now we're going to go in with this multi-chrome. This is M002 Ingrid. Okay, number 9 says a YouTube beauty challenge you will partake in. And I was trying to think, because I know beauty challenges used to be a big thing, right? We used to see like full face of highlighter challenge. No, never doing that. We used to see different challenges. We don't see that quite as much anymore. I do see that some on TikTok. But I will say I want to keep remaining open to new things, new video ideas, new tags. All of that stuff I think can be so fun. Oh, this shadow is so pretty. I'm putting it on such a tiny area, so it's going to be a really subtle shift as I go about my day. I do have a full swatch video on these shadows where I'm showing you the shifts and everything like that. So definitely check that video out if you really want to see all these shadows up close. I just wanted to have fun and use these today. I'm going to go back in with that shade Magnolia right on my lash line, the matte shade from my ADEPT collab palette. And let's talk about the last question, a beauty habit you need to stop this year. I kind of already covered that with some of the things, like stop tearing my eyes up with multiple looks and being more gentle. And then I talked about, you know, not going crazy with trying new skincare stuff. I'm also going to go in with Ella S006, this shimmer from Odin's Eye. This is what I'm going to use to highlight the inner corner. And so, a beauty habit you need to stop this year. I'll kind of switch this question up and just kind of talk about my New Year's resolution or goals or whatever you want to call it. I know a lot of times, like, goals can get a bad rap, you know, like, oh, you're just setting yourself up for failure, blah, blah. And of course you can make goals at any point in your life, but there is something like refreshing about the change of the year and setting new goals for ourselves. So I want to, this isn't even a want, it's a need. I need to evaluate some of the things that I have going on and switch up some things. I definitely, I like to be productive. I like to get things done. I like to have things to do. I don't mind working hard. I don't mind any of that. But I will say I have been too busy the past year. Like, to the point of exhaustion sometimes, and I'm not doing the best job when it comes to scheduling rest time, because I do like to be productive, but I do think there are areas in my life that are changing this year, you know, things with my family, like some new things we have going on, some things that are going to be changing at the end of this school year, and I need to really kind of make some decisions about what I need to let go of, like what I need to take off my plate. And don't worry, that's not going to be YouTube at all. I love creating content. I love uploading lots of videos. I love testing new things. I love that. That's not changing at all. But there are some other things in my life that I need to be like, okay, I need to stop doing this to make room for this, you know? And with this new year, there were several times last year that I thought like, okay, something's got to give. Something has got to give. I can't keep running at this pace. And I kept saying like, okay, after the end of the year, I'm going to reevaluate. And I've definitely been doing that. You know, we're not far into the new year right now. I am kind of pre-filming this, so I'm filming this probably a few days before you'll see it, but I've just been really looking at some things, trying to make some decisions on what I'm going to do, because I want to make sure I'm having time to do things I enjoy and spend time with the people I want to spend time with. And yeah, I need to remove some things from my plate. I'm going to put black liner in the waterline. That was just my NYX Epic ink liner, and then this is the Pat McGrath Legendary Kohl. I'm going to do mascara and a lash, and then I'll come back and we'll pick a lip color together. Okay, I put on some Kiss lashes. They're the collab with Meredith Duxbury in the style Angel Eyes, and I trimmed them. I've worn them a few times now, so I trimmed them a little bit just to make them a little less dramatic. But let's do lips together. I'm gonna use ABH Parchment Lip Liner, and then I'm gonna use my Sigma Infinity Point lipstick. I really enjoyed answering these questions. I will put the description, I will put the questions in the description box. If you want to answer them, I would love to hear your answers. If you just want to answer one of the questions that we talked about, I would love to hear your answer to that. If you have any beauty resolutions, definitely let me know. I love hearing from y'all. Okay, so I'm going to use my Sigma Infinity Point lipstick in Peach Tea. I love these so much. But maybe I can film like an update video in the summer, something like that, and let you know how I did with my resolution to, I don't know, just kind of maybe a life update or something, since I talked about, you know, changes that are coming. Maybe I can do that, let you know how I'm doing with that resolution to maybe take some things off my plate. Maybe we could do that in the summer if that's something that you're interested in. But I'm loving this look. I'm interested to see how this Makeup by Mario is going to go. I did mix it. I would say in my mixture, 2/3 was the Makeup by Mario and 1/3 was the Too Faced. So I'll let you know how that wears on me. I'm hoping to have those products reviewed for y'all very, very soon. Again, I am pre-filming this video a bit, so hopefully I can review these foundations for y'all soon. I'm like, let me try mixing it. Let me see how that goes. Let's see if I can get some wear out of this foundation. But thank you everybody on Instagram who helped me decide on my shadows today, because I love the way these Odin's Eye singles look with my palette mattes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having an awesome day. Comment down below. Let me know your answers to these questions. If you're a creator, definitely feel free to do this tag. Mel did such a good one, and I hope you're having a good day. Subscribe, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye.